Blog Talk Radio.
F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Say it one more time. F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' the Fat Cat Show. This is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Here we go. No matter what you say, I'ma spit it how I spit it, so you niggas can't forget it. Everybody is a critic. I walk in the dark with my chronicles veridic, with my game up the bar, so your girl'll let me hit it. Damn, man, my show's simply marvelous. You can stop the hating and debating, you can't argue this. Cause if you found something better, you would sit Moretta while wearing an ugly sweater. But my show you listen, so stop the whimpering. This is for the sinners and the born again Christians. Turn to Philippians. Nope, you can miss me then. If you wanna talk, hit my number, you can hit me then. Cause you know my show was rocking. Man, can't remember that when your girl is shocking. Headphones are knocking. Fat Cat Show and you don't stop the knock. F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' up. Fat Cat Show, this is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Say it one more time. F-A-T-C-A-T, man, y'all rockin' up. Fat Cat Show, this is my show. F-A-T, watch the time on you. Here we go.
Gee, I doubt I'd rather they not play the music. But anyway, yo, what's cracking? You rocking with your boy, the preacher's grandson, the sinister minister, the rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken's last rites. Y'all know who it is. It's Fat Cat, and I'm down with my dog Roof. Y'all know who it is. That's T Satellite. But Bills, what's cracking?
What's happening with you, man?
I don't know. You sound kind of glitchy too. I don't know. It must be these internet. Must be everybody being at home right now. Probably is causing all this friction and tension and stuff like that. But anyway, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today. We started we trying different hours with the show because we trying to see what hours will work for us. So y'all bear with the Fat Cat Show as we get everything lined up and try to get some fresh new content and new topics and all that for you. Make sure you subscribe to the Fat Cat Show Network on YouTube. Make sure you check us out either on Periscope, Facebook, or Twitch now. And you could check us out at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Deezer, all the above platforms, Fat Cat Show. But like we do every show, we want to wish all of those with birthdays happy birthday. Hallelujah. And we want to also give our condolences to those that lost people. You know, we know that death is never easy. I know sometimes our loved ones may suffer before they pass, and to some people, you know, it's more probably, I hate to say it this way, but sometimes it's more of a relief to see them go than stay and suffer. And that was one of the cases with my grandmother. You know, I hated to see her go through that suffering. So our thoughts and our prayers are with you. But right now we want to go into Governor Whitmer, man. She did something, man, today. She had a press conference today, man. And I was checking the press conference out. And now, you know, we got, of course, the talk of the world and the talk of the town, the talk all the way around is this COVID-19. And we're dealing with the issue now where the cases are steadily spiking. And it seems kind of weird to me and strange that someone who was so pro keeping us safe for the disease now is pushing for kids to go back to school now at the height when the disease is spiking. The disease is spiking right back up. What do you think? What is that all about?
I don't know. That's crazy to me. I'm just wondering, why can't you have an iPad or a laptop and do school from home.
Right.
Why?
Cause I'm gonna tell you.
People getting
Oh, you breaking up? Hello? You break?
you mean that who can't learn?
Right. You going in and out. That's the point to me. Y'all probably gonna have to excuse the video. We having some kind of technical issues, but the thing for me is that we see the spikes. We see the spike in the cases going up right now, and nobody wants to put their kids in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be in jeopardy, and we definitely don't want to put our kids in jeopardy. And second of all, um, we got teachers, that got to go home to families also. And then we know that the most germy place for a kid to go is school, which doesn't make any type of sense. So why would we uh, put our kids back in school? I know most of the time, my kids are always going to school where people got colds, and people are constantly sneezing and having colds and stuff like that. And now you want to force them back into something that could be potentially dangerous for them and also their families and other people's families. I mean, I just read a case here in Michigan where a person went into the bar and affected 85 people. Then you sit on your television and you tell us that you expect kids at kindergarten age and preschool age to keep masks on their face, or you got kids that are special needs kids or autistic kids who really don't like things being in their face or around their ears and head and stuff, to keep things on something on their face. And we know how our kids are. Our kids, they don't see prejudice, they don't see danger. They love to greet each other and hug each other and stuff like that. So it's difficult to see how all of this is going to pan out. I don't know. What do y'all think about that? That's my question. What is your opinion on that? I'm really at a loss for words. I was in support of the governor at first, with the stay at home, and not because that I want to be lazy or something like that, because I was working from home anyway. So it's more, it's more now, hey, what about the safety of our kids? What about the safety of other people's families? I mean, this thing is no joke. So, I don't know. I'm just, let me see if I can get my partner back on here. This is crazy. Look like I'm not getting them back on here, but I just find that to be the most dumb dumb thing that you could do. That I don't know if she's under some kind of pressure for some from other top politicians or officials or whatnot, or the government, the state is under pressure to bring more money and stuff. I understand that we gotta at some point open the state and stuff back up, but at the risk of what? You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of businesses done collapse under this COVID thing, and I know it's kind of hard to be a business person in this type of environment right now, because hey, it's businesses that we see that were once on top that might not ever open up again. But I'm not willing to risk mine. I'm not willing to risk mine at just because somebody else is not even considering our lives. But I was even looking at the press conference she had, and everybody was talking on one mic with no mask on, and you know you got spit transference, and they was touching the desk and they was talking down on the mic, and I know somebody was spitting. So definitely I know it with no mask, and they not even practicing what they preach. So I don't know. What do anybody think out there? Do you think that this is a long lasting? We're gonna have a long lasting effect with this disease? Do you think that COVID-19 is just gonna be a way of life? You know, if anybody is listed here that has a high position, and I'm asking y'all right now to please stop it. Stop it. We don't need this pandemic. We know that something sinister is going on. I know that this is going to lead them to try to get everybody to get vaccinated. We know the bigger plan. We heard Bill Gates say that the world is too overpopulated. So we already know what you're trying to do. We know that you are injecting diseases into people. We know that HIV, cancer, and all of this stuff is man-made. We know it. We know it. So y'all need to stop it right now. But if anybody that want to call in to the show right now, that number is 646-564-9728, and press 1 if you want to comment. I don't know what's going on with my little buddy. You know, he would normally be in here right now, but I just don't know. I just don't know. But I don't know. Governor Whitmer, she just Michigan governor, she just lost me. She just lost me. I was a big supporter of her. I was, you know, but with this, when it comes to my kids, I can't let you sacrifice my kids. I will not send my kids to the slaughterhouse. This will not happen. So I don't know. What do y'all think out there? You know, do you support the governor's decision? Because this COVID thing ain't no joke. I don't know about you. I can't do mine like that. We'll be homeschooling if anything. You know, I just have to really sacrifice and homeschool my kid, because I know all this other stuff, man. We seeing things in this era that we have never seen. You know, they used to send us outside to get our immune systems right with germs and stuff like that. But now you telling us all of a sudden germs is, you know, bad for us and all of that stuff, because we got to get our immune system strong. We can't be wearing masks all the time. You can't expect no preschooler or kindergarten to wear a mask on their face. You can't expect that. I don't know. What do anybody out there plan on doing with their kids who lives in Michigan? Are you willing to send your kids back to school? If you are, give me a call on that number. Like I said, that number is 646-564-9728. Press 1 if you want to comment. Should Michigan open the schools back up? What do you think? I know I just can't do it. And then on top of that, you know, this thing has scared most of the kids now. Most of the kids are very scared of this thing. You know, they are very, very much scared of what's going on. So we definitely got to do something a little bit different. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know what's going on with my partner. I'm gonna try to call him one more time. Yo. Hello?
Hello.
I'm trying to get you, man. Yo, there you go.
Here.
There you go. You back. I was trying to get you back on here. What's happening?
I don't know, man. Um, this must be the part of the day that when everybody's using the internet.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do did you hear any of that? What do you think?
I ain't heard anything.
Oh, okay, yeah, in and out. But anyway, I held it for the most part. So I just want to go into to our next topic, and that's what your boy. I know I mentioned him before, and I respect him as a actor because I didn't see nothing great in him at first, but he ended up turning out to be a decent actor when I'm talking about Anthony Mackie. When he did that Papa Dot role in 8 Mile, I really didn't see nothing. At first, I stereotyped him wrong. I thought he was going to be that actor that always try to play in them tough movies and stuff like that. But he actually ended up turning out making a career for himself. But now, I think he done put his career in jeopardy by his comments. And our subject right now is, did Anthony Mackie just kill his career with his statement? Did you catch the statement that he made?
Nope.
Well, he accuses Marvel of discrimination in their casting, as far as black studio actors and stars. He accused them of being, racist in their hiring practices, and I know pretty much he's been in a lot of Marvel movies, which kind of like gave him a big jump start in his career. So, do you think this is like let me say, I hate to sound like Chicken George or something, but do you think Master gonna penalize him for it? Huh? Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Do you think Anthony Mackie is going to be penalized for his comments?
Of course he is.
You think we're going to see the last? Because I didn't, in all honesty, I didn't see the pro blackness in him at first, and he came out of the woodworks with this thing, because we seen it happen to a lot of, what was that actor in Grey's Anatomy that stood up and said that at the where we ain't seen him since. What's that actor name? The black actor. I can't even think of his name right now, and I know my wife know it, but she ain't even.
That's how much we didn't see him. We can't even think of his name.
right, because he stood up at the awards and said something about Black Lives Matter and all of that, and his career took a hell of a dive after that. And I'm praying that this doesn't happen to this brother, because I think he's a talented guy. I think he
was in that movie The Banker.
Yeah, yep. I hope nothing happens to his career, but you know how Hollywood get. They probably got 10 more, 15 more Anthony Mackies lined up or something.
Dribble that basketball, entertain us, keep your political views to yourself.
Right. You know what's so funny? I'm not gonna mention his name, but because just in case. But I had one of my wife's cousins said that at the job they told them that they firing them on the spot if they bring up any Black Lives Matter or anything in the plant. Keep your political views to yourself and don't bring it in here. We don't want no drama.
I bet you nobody went to a lawyer. Fall asleep. They just told somebody else that ain't even right.
I mean, you think they don't have the you don't think the company has the right to do it?
No, they don't have a right, but people ain't willing to sacrifice their family's livelihood.
Right, right. So
You let the next man make that stand. I'm not gonna make it.
yeah,
Not for me in particular. I'm just saying that's what's on the mind of people.
and that's the crazy part about it. Are you are who's more willing to do that type of stuff? Right? Have you ever made a stand that compromised you? They kind of like compromise your job or anything.
Yeah, but I never really gave a damn. So I say what's ever on my mind. That's why it's always hard for me to work a regular 9 to 5 after working for myself
Right.
for years. It's hard going into the workforce because there's so much stuff that you're not gonna go for because
Hmm.
you see what's behind the curtains, and
Right.
there's no way in the hell that you'll sacrifice yourself for them little peanuts they handing out.
Right. 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 And that's the crazy part about it too. I just hey, but to each his own. You take a stand. I'm hey, and you will just like Kaepernick, just the same thing. He took a stand, and but then again, do you think it's easier for millionaires to take a stand than just average Joe people?
I can only speculate because I'm not a millionaire.
I, we always have our outside looking in type things. I think the average Joe like me and you, we have more to lose if we take a stand and just say the job that we're working is something that's getting us by every paycheck, and we take a stand and we lose it, then a person that probably done got millions in the bank and just and they could just I'm gonna say what I want to say, you know but I know the key for most rich people is to continuously make money. But I think it's easier when you got a pot already to piss in than a average Joe person.
um, you know what I actually think about the whole COVID-19? It's going to create a lot of entrepreneurs because you have no choice but to create a job and an opportunity for yourself.
How did we get on COVID-19? we I already
Yeah,
took.
I don't know. I'll let your man try to follow the
Hey,
word
hey,
from that
hey!
I
We
put
was
down.
talking. We was talking about Anthony Mackie. You just,
hmm
you
And we
just.
was talking and then we was talking about Black Lives Matter, right?
But
And
no.
the whole Black Lives Matter movement really started happening because of the COVID-19 and the police brutality.
Hmm.
So that's where my man went on that.
Oh, my mother said they can't. It can't comment. I don't know. I don't understand what's going on. Okay, I'm seeing your comments now. Your comments coming through. She said we can't comment. Okay, there we go. I don't know what's going on with this thing right now. But anyway, before we go into our main topic, I want to get one more item in, and that is Dr. Dre and his wife are divorcing after 20 years. And
26 years.
I seen 20 in the paper, so I don't know what 20,
26 years.
26, 20, whatever. But they're divorcing, and I don't know, man. I want to say this, man. Dude look like a lady. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Dude
that's wrong, man.
dude look like a lady.
This woman, she had 2 kids for that man.
Hey, we did you see it?
I seen it, man.
You was there. You was there. You smacked the baby.
Oh, stop.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Dre. So I'm understanding too that California is a 50-50 state, so they have to split down the middle. And I seen his last net worth is what 800 million. And so, do you think it's fair? But we know what do you think she is? Is she light skinned or white?
She's black.
She's
But the
black.
thing is, she was with Dre when he was at his lowest. You know what I'm saying?
So
So she,
that gives her the right to have all the money, half the money, half his fortune.
I think so. I think so.
Oh man, you done lost your man card. We taking your
Dang, I'm losing my man because I think she
oh
even made. Uh, she was around for everything.
man, what is going on with this system? We was doing good at first, man. You probably gonna have to hang up and call back. Don't take too long to call back, man. This day you froze, man. You like you Dr. Freeze done got you or something.
Okay.
Wait a minute, you back? Hold on, nah, you froze. Say something. Well, anyway, Dr. Dre's net worth is 800 million, and we see that hey, he might take a major hit behind all of this, and so we want to hey. I know Michael Jordan paid a substantial amount of money in his divorce. He got hit up real good. Tiger Woods, of course, got hit pretty good. Who was it? What? Michael Strahan, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan. All of them took significant hits with getting a divorce, and I believe all of it was California. So hey, I don't know, and I heard it was no prenup. And I seen all the jokes that people were placing, all the little memes they were making. They had the Chronic album with the crying Jordan face over Dre face and all that. And in all honesty, I don't think even if he even if they were to split the 800 million 50-50, what that leave him with $400 million. Even though I'm not saying that the woman don't deserve any of that money. I think she's responsible for a bit of his success, but to deserve something that I grind for, that I got out here and I grind for, I don't think it deserves half. I think shoot, I give her 300. I give her 300. Even with two, she'd be all right. 200. Who gonna spend 200 million in their lifetime? Unless you just out here just living fancy or doing it real big. But sure, I know you give me 200 million. Sure, it'll last my whole lifetime. I would never blow through that amount of money. But anyway, I wish for the best of Dre, and his wife, and so hey, I don't know him personally, but hey, I know sometimes divorces are not an easy thing, but I've never been divorced, and I don't look forward to going down that road. So I, just praying their strength. So I don't know if my buddy coming back or not. I'm trying to get him back, but I'm gonna go to my main topic for today, and the main topic for today is it a bad idea to date someone who is not religious? Now, I know some of us, we go through this thing where religion sometimes isn't important to everybody, but it depends on the person's life. I know me, where religion is very important to me. It's a very major building block of my life, and so of course, I try to keep my family grounded in believing in God, and so far, like I said, with watching my grandparents, God rest their souls, come up and how they grounded our family in believing in God, and how it was able to keep their marriage together for so long. And even with my wife's grandparents, with my wife's grandfather being a deacon, he kept the family grounded in the same thing, and it kept their marriage going for a long time before he passed. God rest his soul, also. And they were married for a very long time, 60 to 70 years, the same as my grandparents, and the same for my grandparents on my father's side. It kept them for a long time, and my grandparents got to reach into their 90s and things like that, and my grandparents, other grandparents, set of grandparents reached into their 80s, and we, and they were blessed, just off, God, the belief that God was keeping them. So to me, I'm going to say that it's scary for me to think that wait a minute, my partner. Okay, there you go. Yo. Hello? Yo. Okay. Click your camera in, man. Yeah, click your camera. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, our discussion is oh man, is you moving in slow motion? Hello?
Yep.
The discussion is it a bad idea to date someone who is not religious? What do you think?
You said, is it a bad idea to what?
Date someone who is not religious.
That's not religious?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
Y'all, you two are not equally yoked.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna all have a problem.
Mm-hmm. I had this discussion with the minister, the other minister of my church, and he often speaks on when he chose to give his life over to God, and his ex-wife didn't follow. She didn't follow over, so it put a rift between them two, as far as that thing. I ain't gonna get into his business, but that's one of the things but he'll tell you in a heartbeat that that's the thing, that after a while, he started moving in one direction and she kept staying in that direction that she was in. And personally for me, it's scary for me to think that someone who is not God fearing, to be with somebody who is not God fearing. I believe that type of person would do anything to you, or they're not regulated or bound by anything that they would do. They would do just about anything. It'd be hard for me to trust somebody who's not a God fearing person. Do you feel the same way? Hello? We gonna have to get satellite bit.
You'd be crazy.
Hello?
See what?
Go ahead.
I'm here.
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
I say it's impossible to trust somebody that's not religious.
Yeah.
It's like you said, they subject to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Let's say this: you ever dated someone that wasn't religious? Wait a minute. Motherly Love said relationships are hard enough, but not being one is even harder. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah. It is. It is because, like I said, only God can bind people. You know, especially me and my wife. We go through our little bumps and bruises. It's nothing major, but I could just imagine it being harder for us if we really wasn't God fearing people. We often, I pray a lot over our marriage, and and church has, going to church and believing in God has been, you know, more than a saving grace for our relationship, and it became the foundation of our relationship. So it's scary to think, you know, a person that's not really God fearing. I've been with one person that I could think of that really wasn't a God fearing person, and I knew it was wrong. I did. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was a bad idea from the start, but just off of my personal wants, I went for it, and just as I knew it didn't work out because that person is just was the person she was. So, but hey, you know, I'm here now and I'm doing the right things, and I can't go down that road. Even I'm married though, definitely ain't gonna go down that road. But I just okay. There you go. You calling me again? There you go. Hit your
Yeah.
yeah. So you dated somebody that wasn't you wasn't equally yoked with, or didn't.
Yeah, I have. I dated a girl. She was everything on paper that I wanted. Successful, beautiful, but coming to find out she was in a cult.
Mm, wow.
And I said, oh man. I said, well, because I asked her, we was dating, so we get to know each other. I said, well, do you go to church or anything? She said, no, I don't go to church. I go to meetings. I said, what?
Mm.
That's why that's so important.
Let's say even with the meetings, was she consistent with going to where she was going?
I don't care if she went every day.
So
I'm
so
talking about
so how long was you with her before you found this out though?
just a few months.
Uh,
Yeah, I got to ask some questions, because I learned that's what dating is. You learn about the other person. I start seeing and finding out things about her that I knew I couldn't take.
so truthfully, was that when she revealed that to you, was that the automatic deal breaker?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because some people don't. Some people be like, "Yeah, I don't care," or they be like, "Well, I'm gonna try to get this person saved," and that's never a good idea of trying to force somebody to do it, even especially when they don't want to do it. And I think that was one of the things that the minister was telling me about, that hey, it got to a point that he had to make that decision to go his way, and and seek God, because and like I said, for a minute in the beginning, when I told you when God gave me the vision to open the church, and my wife, she wasn't really at first on board with it. I got scared for a minute, so I was like, man, I said, dang, what does this mean? You know what I'm saying? And even in the beginning, like when I first gave my life back to God, and I was going to church under another minister and under another pastor. I mean, sorry about that. Um, my wife would not go to church with me, and it was a lot of times where I was going with I would bring the kids, with me to church, and my wife wouldn't go. And it wasn't because she was saying I don't like God, love God, and all that. She just didn't like the church that I chose to go to. And little did I know that God was working this thing out for me to do what I was set to do now. And so, when she first told me, hey, what about me? What about me? What am I gonna do and stuff like that? I got worried, and then, but I got to praying over the relationship, and then, here we are. My wife, and she's helping me out big time in this ministry. So to me it's easier to get God involved in your relationship and have a balance and have a and keeping yourselves yoked together, as far as your relationship. But a lot of people be that's malarkey and all of that stuff, and a lot of people just don't believe in the power of God, and that's the crazy thing. What about you?
No, I agree with you.
And I just, hey, some people like, hey, I could shoot the God is within me. God, and I say, okay there, brother. Okay. You sustaining yourself, huh? You able to get through things yourself, huh? I can't argue with you, player.
Then you call him a player.
I'm just saying. Sometimes it's not even worth arguing with people with I think this going to be the biggest battle for the beginning of time. What about you?
Still there?
Yeah. I'm waiting on you.
A battle. Like when you have friends or maybe even family that they have different views that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Religion is one of them different views. I can just cut you completely out of my life, and it's all right for me not to ever talk to you again.
Wow.
Some things you can compromise. That's one thing that I can't compromise.
Yeah. And that's the sad part about it, because even in the Bible it speaks about dusting your feet. When you and your brother got a disagreement and y'all can't come to an agreement, and he says sometimes you got to just dust your feet and walk away. And sometimes and it be like that sometimes, because hey, they said the prophet isn't accepting it in his own home most of the time.
Hey. It be like that, but my friends call me Damien.
Man, you silly, man. So what was the strangest situation you dealt with as far as dating a person that wasn't religious or believed in God? Well, then again,
I'm talking about, you had to be somewhat religious for me to even mess with you, unless you was one of them knockoffs, and I didn't even want to see you later anyway.
You ever ran into a devil worshiper?
Never.
And
have you ever went raw in a devil worshiper?
Heck, man. You crazy? You know what though? You supposed to be able to, when you in line with God, you supposed to be able to see them or automatically spiritually. You supposed to be able to feel that wrong spirit in them.
Just imagine that. Just going raw with a devil worshiper.
Man, what's wrong with you, man?
That's scary, ain't it?
Man, I ain't even answering that, man. you
Jesus,
you
Run
you you
DMC,
you you you
Run
you only
DMC
you
is
only
the
supposed
work
to
of
be
the devil.
you only supposed to be sexing your wife.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I say, oh, that's right. See, see that's the whole thing. But
Brother, I was testing you.
oh, okay, yeah. It ain't nothing. You know, I've been down before. I've been in a, and I think that's probably the main reason I was running into a lot of the situations I was running into because I wasn't quite living right myself. You know, and
Man, I had a chick call me church boy before. Because I went to church on Wednesdays and Sundays. She said, "All right, church boy," like that was an insult.
mm.
I said, "Oh yeah,
you know, church boy, huh?
church boy." She said, "You want to wear a condom again?" I said, "Damn."
But you know what? See, I grew up hearing that term, church boy. You know, being a grandson of a pastor. I grew up hearing that term. So it was preacher's kid, church boy. I grew up hearing all of that. When we used to be down playing basketball, and my grandfather would come down and be like, "Hey, we got to go to Bible class." That's when they'd be flying. They'd be like, "Oh, church boy, church boy." You know, it always came down to it. But little did I know, like I said, it was one of the guys that he used to be the biggest troublemaker in the neighborhood, and it happened now that he turned out to be a deacon, and he came to me and he told me, he said, "You know what? He said your grandfather, man, was very impactful in my life." And he said, "I envied that, you know." And he said, "I laughed but I was really mad that you had that in your life, and I didn't have it." And
Oh.
so, but
Well, how did you end up being a rapper?
you know, just being around in the neighborhood, we really couldn't do nothing. You know, my grandfather and them, they had a tight leash on us.
What was your first rap name?
Doc T,
Doc T?
DOCT, Doc T. That was
Oh,
my
I thought
first.
it was Eminem.
Man, stop. I thought yours was me and Joe. So, man, you know what? You try to be funny, man. I don't know what's up with you, man. But that's how it is. But they
Well, I
always
was wondering how you went from being a preacher's grandson to being a rapper.
because look, it was a lot of times like in our neighborhood there was a lot of drug selling. There was a lot of all kinds of little stuff going on. So our grandparents really didn't let us do a lot of things, man. They were strict on us. We couldn't go down to the blacktop most of the times.
So was your first raps gospel raps?
No.
It was your-
You know what happened? We really couldn't listen to rap music in the house.
Okay.
So I used to take my headphones and I used to listen to it real low with the little earphones on. And because my grandfather used to be like, "You ain't playing that bloop." He called it bloop the bloop music. Said, "You ain't listen to that bloop the bloop music in this house." And so I used to listen to it real low. And my first tape that I bought was Run DMC. And so I like
No, you ain't about raising hell, did you?
I bought in a church house. I bought Raising Hell. So I was listening to Run DMC's the first album they had, and I was an instant fan, and I said,
That was your first rap CD, Run DMC, huh?
yeah,
Okay.
And so I was like, you know, I want to be like them. And the funny thing about it, usually most preachers' kids or so might be like, hey, I want to do what my dad or my grandfather do. But I didn't. I hated church. I hated church back in the day. It was boring to me. I didn't understand why old people would get happy about church, and then we used to stay in there all day, you know. And so I try not to do the same thing to my kids. I try not to let them, you know, be all bored in the service and stuff like that. I try to get them more involved. But I can say one thing, the positive things about church. For one, it got me to where I am right now, you know, today. And while most of the guys in the neighborhood got to stay at home and do everything, most of them locked up, most of them dead, and I'm still here today. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. And
Well, praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Lord. It just sharpened my tools of testimony. So, but I'm thankful for what my grandfather. I couldn't back in the day. I didn't understand it, but now I do, and that's why that became one of the most focal things for me when finding a wife. You had to be in church.
You can listen to rap music.
I had to listen to. I can't hear you. Dang, this. I had to. Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you break it up.
I'm here.
Oh, man, this thing. I don't know what's going on.
I'm here.
Man. Yeah, go ahead. Hello. Hello. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I'm just asking people out there: is religion for your mate? Is that an important factor for you in considering a mate? Religion, you know, do they believe in God and all of that? I wonder, is that? I know most people, you know, the first thing we kind of decide on is if the person is eye candy, you know, and then some might even look at if the person is curvy enough and all of that. And I think the sad part is religion might be down, or belief in God might be at the bottom of the list, you know, for some people. And now I know, with me being older, that would be one of the most deciding factor of a person selecting a mate for me. But I'm so glad that I was able to that my wife's grandfather kind of schooled her and trained her in the right ways, and so it wasn't hard for me to say yes, you know, to uniting with my wife. And I'm very appreciative of her, and my wife do make me better, so I could always appreciate that. What up, A-Dup? So I'm just very, very happy. And by the way, y'all, while I got y'all here, make sure y'all show y'all support for my wife, who's a independent paparazzi consultant. The name of her little adventure is Jayla's Jazzy Jewelry. And man, show y'all love when she come on here. She has nickel-free jewelry, and I suppose I put the link to her website up. And pretty soon we're gonna be shooting her commercials on this show. So make sure that y'all show your love. The jewelry, each piece is $5, and it's some nice, real nice pieces of jewelry for women. And you know, just show your support for the Mean Queen. Definitely, when selecting a mate, man, you gotta consider a lot of things, and I hope one of them, you know, whatever you believe in, you know, I know I choose to believe in the Almighty. So whatever you choose to believe in, in your standards. Make sure you stick to your standards. Make sure you stick to some kind of moral background with it. But mine is hanging on God. I believe in God, and that's one of the most important things for me, and not simply because I'm a minister. Before I became a minister, I was already a believer in God. So I just hope that you set some kind of standard for yourself as far as selecting your mate, because hey, if you get somebody that got different beliefs from you, especially when it comes morally, spiritually, and all that could be a problem. Because a lot of people, spirituality and morality kind of work hand in hand. You never know what that person believes. Hold on. Okay. There we go. Said a thug too, huh? Somebody said a thug too. So what you mean a thug too? Oh yeah. Just period, huh? So what up, man? I don't know what's wrong with your internet, man. Huh?
I'm on my cell phone. I'm Skyping from my cell phone.
Oh, okay. But anyway, man, we coming down to the last 3 minutes. It said B. We coming down to the last 3 minutes of the show, and my only thing is to make sure you do what fits you. You know what I'm saying? I know what fits me. I know what's important to me when I select a mate, and I try now to make sure that God is the focal point of my life and my relationship. 8 Up said, "What up, Satellite?" Hello? He can't hear me. But anyway, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today to the Fat Cat Show. I don't know. Can you hear me, Satellite?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your voice.
Okay. 8 Up said, "What up, man?" He can't hear me. But anyway, we want to say what's up to people on Periscope. We want to say what's up to people on YouTube, Twitch. We want to say what's up to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Deezer, iTunes, all the above, and people on Facebook. Definitely, this was a good little show for me. But anyway,
90 seconds.
But anyway, like I said, y'all, be safe out there. I'm still kind of upset about this governor decision to open the schools back up for these kids, and expecting kids to wear masks in school, especially younger kids, and especially with I don't know. I gotta look to see if she even got kids,
60 seconds.
Or maybe she forgot what it is to have young kids and carry on. I don't know. But anyway, but just be safe out there. Make sure y'all make good decisions and stuff. And if you do choose to send your kid back to school, you must be a nutcase, because I'm not sending mine back. That's not about to happen. So, you got anything, Satellite?
That's it. Peace out.
Peace out. So, anyway, like I said before, man, we up out of here. Stay safe. Love one another. Pray for one another. And get you a mate that goes to church.
10 seconds.
All right, we up out of here, y'all. Peace.